Welcome to Qatar.
Where the capital is Doha and it's the safest country in the world.
And it has one of the largest GDPs in the world.
It is also the part of the sub-region, Arabian Peninsula. In Qatar, they have one of the biggest sports zones in the world, and the 2020 official cups will be held there.
They're good at horse racing, camel racing, handball, and soccer.
In the 1700s, migrants established pearling and trading establishments along present-day coast of Qatar. In 1916, a deal is signed under which Britain controls Qatar's external sphere in exchange for guaranteeing its protection. In 1939, an oil reserve is discovered. In 1971, Qatar becomes independent on September 3rd. In March 2001, Qatar settles long border disputes with Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. In June 2005, Qatar's first written constitution comes into effect, providing for some democratic reforms. In April 2011, Qatar hosts an international meeting contact group on Libya, which calls on Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi to quit. In September 2014, Qatar and 4 other Arab states take part in a U.S.-led airstrikes on Islamic State militants in Syria. In June 2017, diplomatic crisis as Saudi Arabia leads an air, land, and sea blockade by Arab countries in an attempt to get Qatar to cut its alleged connections with terrorism and distance itself from Iran. Welcome to the Moon of Fun Facts! Doha was originally a fishing village.
And now it's one of the top 20 obese countries in the world. Tea is a popular drink in Qatar.
In Doha, it is nice to dress modestly and honor for respect. Women should ideally wear anything that covers their arms, and both men and women should not wear any clothing that arrives over the knee. A large tourist attraction in Qatar is called Aladdin's Kingdom. It is an outdoor theme park.
It's based off the hit Disney movie, Aladdin. In Qatar, men outnumber women. The capital of Qatar, Doha, houses over 8% of its population. In Qatar, breakfast is usually like a light snack. It either contains coffee, olives, cheese, or yogurt. And lunch is usually like a main course. Either has like chicken stew or lamb stew. Mate is a food served during Ramadan in Qatar. It is made of butter, milk, flour, sugar, cardamom, and saffron. It is deep fried into a dumpling shape and is usually served with honey or syrup on top of it. Tharid is a stew that contains vegetables such as beans, potatoes, onions, and carrots, and is usually mixed with tomato sauce and spices, and also has a choice of meat, which is either chicken or lamb. It is usually served during the festival of Ramadan.
The government in Qatar is an absolute monarchy.
My baby was born here. Is it a citizen?
No citizenship by birth. The highest cabinet in Qatar is called the Cabinet Ministers. You can only be appointed to the cabinet if you are selected by the one and only Amir. The monarchy in Qatar is hereditary, so that means that the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister are all appointed by the Amir. Qatar has an advisory council, in which all 45 members are elected by popular vote. Well, that was until 2003, and now the monarch decides all 45 seats. They had an election that was scheduled for 2007, but they keep postponing it somehow. So monarchies keeps deciding who runs the 45 seats, and they're saying the earliest they could do another election is of June in 2019. That's a long wait. The Emir is one of the highest ranking officers in government and military. And if you translate it from Arabic to English, it means prince, leader, or commander. The Asper Tower is the tallest tower in all of Qatar. It is 980 feet tall. It is located in the Asper region of Doha, their capital. Now the purpose of this is a place where tourists can go up and look around the whole city of Doha. But it also serves as a hotel for people who want to stay the night and enjoy the city. The Asper Tower started construction in 2005, and it was supposed to be a symbol for the eternal flame for the Asian Games in 2006. Sadly, they were not able to complete the project until 2007, but it still looks great and it is a great tourist attraction for all the people who come to tour Qatar. There are 3 5-star restaurants in the Asper Tower. One is the Flying Carpet, which has its name because it seems like you are flying across all of Doha. The other one is called the 360 restaurant, and the reason it has its name is because you can see a 360 view of all of the city, which is pretty cool. And the final one is called the Panorama, which is got its name similar to the 360 because panorama is all around, and that's what you'll be seeing of the city. And all 3 of these restaurants are 5 stars, so fancy and delicious. The people that constructed the Asper Tower was a company called Arup, and their leader, which was the main architect, was named Hina Siman. A little fun fact for you soccer people out there, they have this famous stadium for their soccer team called the Wall Stadium, and check this out. It's the first fully underground stadium. So when you go in, you'll be going down and you'll be underground. If you ever want to hold a meeting in Asper Tower, there are plenty of conference rooms for everyone to enjoy, and each of them have a giant table that can seat like 30, a flat screen TV, and a little phone for everyone to hear a conference call.
Residents of Qatar can be divided into 3 groups. The Bedouin, which trace their descent from nomads of the Arabian Peninsula, Hadar, which are descent of the Bedouin, and the Abd, which literally means slave, and basically are descent from slaves from East Africa. Qatari inhabitants are of Arabic origin. Their culture is based on Islamic tradition. Qataris are known for their generosity and kindness, which leads to a very welcoming country. Men in Qatar usually wear a long white garment called the dishta, or they wear a thobe with the headdress, which is called the gutra. For women in public, women usually wear a black abaya, or sometimes they wear a long, loose black robe, which covers the clothes that they wear underneath. In Qatar, pork is outlawed. Muslims are forbidden to eat any meat that isn't slaughtered by the Islamic code. Also, alcohol consumption is frowned upon there.
The Qatari currency is called the Qatari Rial. It is commonly used as 500, 100, 50, 10, 5, and 1. It usually takes around 4 Qatari Rials to make up $1 US. Qatar is slightly smaller than the U.S. state Connecticut. Qatar's coastline is around 350 miles long, and its border with Saudi Arabia is around 37 miles long. Qatar's climate is usually hot and humid during the months June to September. The daytime temperatures average about 122 Fahrenheit. During the months May, April, and October, its daytime temperatures are around 63 Fahrenheit. There isn't much precipitation in Qatar. The average is about 3 inches annually, and it happens mostly during winter. The Qatar Peninsula is around 100 miles from north to south and 50 miles from east to west, and is mostly a rectangular shape. The land of Qatar is sandy and flat, but it does have hills. The hills usually range about to 130 feet along the northern and western coast of Qatar. Abu al-Bal is the highest point in Qatar. The Qatar's land has mostly sand dunes and salt flats, and is mostly found in the southeastern and southern part of Qatar.